Banana.
Have you hit record?
Yes. Banoffee cake. Banoffee. Don't know where the top is. This is fudge. Lies! Preheat your oven to 180 degrees.
His budge cake.
Grease an 8-inch cake tin. I don't know if that one's 8 inches. Oh. Butter and brown sugar in a large bowl. 200 grams of butter. A generous greasing of the tin.
Do the outside for good measure.
No. Make it slippery. 200 grams of light soft brown sugar. Clean up what you dropped on the table. Wow, that's a lot of grease.
Yeah, you said generous on it?
Did I say generous?
Yes.
A generous greasing of the tin. That is generous. You did what I said. 4 whole eggs, which Andrew is whisking together. Scrape your bowls, especially if you've got a shitty mixer which doesn't reach the bottom of the bowl.
Nothing.
You saw nothing. Pew, pew. For bananas you need 2. I'm going to use 3 because these are growing off. I think it is open. They're too soft. These are so ripe that the skin is just nothing.
Just mix these all together.
Mash it and
Boil it, mash it, stick it in
boil it. What am I doing? The bananas have been mashed into the eggs. I'm going to slowly add this in. I'm going to ask Andrew if he can weigh out the flour. 200 grams of still freezing flour.
Why did I mishear that as still freezing?
200 grams of still freezing flour. Should start calling all the ingredients weird knockoff words. Still freezing flour, Jane flour, blight crown sugar.
Blight crown. Fucking Final Fantasy character.
I was thinking Hollow Knight.
Aye.
Oh, aye. Can you get the walnuts?
Yep. There.
Over there. 75 grams of walnuts. Just adding a little bit at a time. The book says, don't worry if it curdles. I personally don't like it when it curdles, as it could change the texture completely by the end. So what I'm going to do, if it starts curdling, I'm going to add a tablespoon of flour. It's already curdling. A spoonful of flour using our ice cream scooper pan. Curdled mess.
What the draw the good mess?
Again, always scrape your sides. Why don't I just make things that I know will work?
The whole point is to challenge yourself.
I know, but I was hoping to start off with things that I knew how to make, and then I did, and it didn't work. I might as well just keep going with things I don't know.
And then you made the souffles and it turned out pretty good.
They didn't rise properly.
They did rise properly, we just left them for too long.
No, they didn't.
They did.
They didn't.
They did.
No.
They were in small containers, they did.
No. How could this happen to me?
In a packet.
You can chop up the walnuts. Just give them a light chopping. 200 grams of self-raising flour. Maybe an extra 50 grams of flour because of the extra banana I put in, which is extra moisture. That's looking a little better. Put the walnuts in along with the flour.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's called Black Magic. Do you get the reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was sung by Little Mix, wasn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Zip on my face like a ping pong ball.
First rule of baking, if the measurements aren't exact, it's going to fuck up somewhere.
Yes. It just says bake. I'm thinking it'll definitely need the full time since there's slightly more mixture.
Oh, and now we'll wait for 50 minutes. See you
What
then.
I can make the same fudge stuff that I made that got put into the Millionaire Shortbread.
Yes.
A few moments later.
Fudge sauce. I need the can opener.
Ready?
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 Sure. In order to get a slightly runnier consistency, I'm going to use twice the amount of butter. With 1 full tin of condensed milk, I'm doing 100 grams of butter and then 50 grams of brown sugar. Pop it all in the pan, melt it all together. Whoa!
My bad. Nope, still recording. We're good. Sorry about that. No, fucked it up. Just gonna hold it.
Something tells me I probably shouldn't have put in twice the amount of butter.
We'll see how it goes.
This would really take a minute. I think you might as well just stop recording.
Later, in the void.
Scoochie.
Scoochie mama. It's going to be soft, it's just whether or not no, still wet in the middle.
So another 10.
Yeah. I'm only doing this step because I couldn't find any Dulce de Leche in any shop, and this is something that I'd made before, homemade Millionaire Shortbread.
They were really good.
So I'm just going to make this again and then use a little bit of it in the icing.
Be careful with that cake because it might start to burn on top before it solidifies.
In which case, we know not to put in 3 bananas in the future.
Yep, or at least if we're going to do that, put in a little bit extra flour.
Already did them.
Put a little bit extra flour.
More extra flour. And make sure you're always stirring it completely.
Otherwise it'll burn. Might be like caramel, but you don't want to caramelise it.
You choose the weirdest angles to film at.
I was trying to get the whole thing, okay?
You also have it at such an angle.
Better.
Yes. Now come over here.
A few inches later.
Cake.
Cake is done.
Has had 10 minutes to cool.
Did I put enough butter on it?
Quite enough. Now it is out of the tin. It's a little bit burnt around the edge, but we needed to cook it that bit longer. Because it is that bit wetter.
Yeah.
You forgot to press record.
No, I didn't. I had record.
I forgot to press record.
It's recording currently.
No, earlier.
Oh, right.
I've made icing. I've put in 150 grams of butter and I've put in 250 grams of icing sugar. Whiz that up. Whilst this was cooling off in the fridge, it's still a little bit warm, but by now it'll be cold enough where I can put it into the mixture. I'm going to do 3 heaping tablespoons. We made quite a lot of it, so fuck it, let's use it. And I would recommend, if you're going to be making this recipe, use the normal amount of butter, so just 50 grams when you're making the caramel. It tastes more of butter than it does of any caramel fudge. You see people doing this on the Bake Off. You just stand menacingly in the background from that. So it's completely cool. That went out the window.
That went through the gap perfectly and fucked off.
Yeah, it's just gone. It's not even in the gutter. Fact, you should keep your hair up all times. Especially me, since my hair tends to shed like a stain. Fairly simple decoration. Get a good amount on first.
Do you want some honeycomb bits to go on top of it as well?
Those I just bought for you.
Oh. Then yes.
I saw them and went for Andrew. Mostly get it on top, then slowly just move it around the outside. It doesn't need to be flat because it didn't need to be perfect. It's just going to be this topping. I'm not putting any other icing or anything onto it. We're going to have icing left over.
What's going to use that icing for?
More cake. It's not even in the centre of the plate. That's annoying. It's so obvious on camera as well. Oh, they're proper like...
Yeah, they're just chunks of honeycomb.
Yeah.
I expected them to be coated in chocolate.
Same. You know what I should do? Let's try doing this.
That's not going to go well.
It will, just around the outside.
Honeycomb on the outside, fudge on top. You want to bake the wedding cake?
Nah, I already told my mum we wouldn't bake our wedding cake. That looks
pretty good.
like shit.
No, it looks good. Sprinkle on top.
No. Don't wanna.
You can make a spiral.
Maybe. Totally my idea. We made this? I made this. That doesn't even slightly come across as a spiral.
Nope, no it doesn't.
Nope.
Ta-da!
This is where I just put more on top anyway because I don't like the look of it. Oh, no.
It's good.
I think it was a little dense. Otherwise, actually looks fine.
How does it taste?
It's a good amount of dense, especially for a banana thing. That's really nice. Usually I'm not into Banoffee type things. Still a bit sickly, but it's not overly sickly.
Oh no. Success.